Festive greetings to you all on this very cold day. It's time for another Reaction and Review UK. The festive season marches on, and so must this show, as we meet a creature with a heart as cold as snow. Probably my fave Christmas movie, with a few haters from what I can tell. Well, this isn't their review, so they can go straight to hell. Christmas isn't about presents, gifts, or what comes from a store, as we shall soon see, with many other weird CGI effects galore. Grab your hot drink. Sit back and relax. Now I'll say the word Finch, because I've exhausted my rhyming skills, so let's watch The Grinch.
Arbor Day was fine, and Easter was pleasant, and every St. Fizzing's Day they ate a fizz pheasant. But every who knew, from their 12 toes to their snout, they loved Christmas the most, without a single who doubt.
To be honest with you, I was feeling rather keen to find out what they did on Halloween.
In her head, Mum tumbled a conflict or two. If the Grinch was so bad, then why did he save me? Maybe he wasn't so bad.
Maybe he just longed to yearn to see your career crash and burn. No, seriously, her career crashed and burned. She's a drug addict now.
Yes, but the book also says the award cannot go to the Grinch because sometimes things get let cinch.
He doesn't say that.
My, this book sounds really unreliable. Was he quoting a verse from the Bible?
Walking away!
How dare you enter the Grinch's lair! The impudence! The audacity! The unmitigated gall! You've called down the thunder. Now get ready for the boom! Gaze into the face of fear.
Allow me to roughly translate what he just said. How dare you walk in on me when I'm masturbating?
All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early and rush for their toys.
Oh, now we get to this part of the story? I mean, all that weird stuff in the Halabamori? I'm not sure that's really a word, but then again, this is not the Seuss book, so who cares?
Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that? Cut, twit, check the gate, moving on.
Which is kind of ironic because this movie was made because of commercialism. So, that was The Grinch, now it's time for the review. I'm actually not going to do any of this in rhyme because I want to just try and save some time. There you go, there's a little rhyme there. And according to what I'm reading the comments here for the Christmas Carol review, Tamashikiri, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, buddy, actually liked the Scrooge voice and he commands me to keep doing it. So just for you, pal, I'm actually going to do the review in Scrooge's voice. So, I'd like to begin by talking about the pros of this festive movie. I do like Jim Carrey, for Jim Carrey was a man who tried his best. The good thing about Jim Carrey is that you could cast him in anything, and you get a really crazy result. Which is kind of a thing, because we've had Jim Carrey twice so far in our Christmas tradition. We had him in A Christmas Carol, and now we had him in The Grinch. It is quite strange that he plays two villainous figures of the festive season. Bah! Humbug! And now, of course, The Grinch, which will have to put more focus in the voice, for you're playing The Grinch is a bit more different than Jim Carrey's Scrooge, with his better Scrooge, yes. I like that for Jim Carrey, he tries to put energy into the voice and into the emotional, presentation. And to think, Doug Walker says he's a terrible actor. Bah! Humbug. I do like the fact the movie has a sense of narration to keep in theme with the actual story. And when the fact you've got Odin reading the story to you makes it just a bit more enjoyable. In fact, I like to pretend that Odin is reading the story to Thor as a child. It's quite amusing when you think about it. The old father reading a story about a Grinch to Odin's son. Probably the best parts of the movie is when it gets to the actual plot points of the story. I mean, yes, the little comedy skits he does are amusing to some, or the lowest common denominator. But the actual points of the story that we all remember is what really is the good parts about this movie. And I do like the I do like the rendition of "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" in the song, because it was very well thought out and it kept most of the original lyrics. But I thought it would have been better if they extended the present-stealing moments with the song in the background like the old movie, which is the definitive Grinch story for those who are purists. Now get to the complaints. My biggest problem with the whole movie was the secondary characters. You know, the Who families, the Mayor Who, You, Hoobadoo, or whatever the fuck his name was, and the whole implied romance between Martha Mayhew and the Grinch. I mean, really, what does she see in him? She kind of liked him as a child, and he's kind of a cunt, so why would she like him? Maybe it says a lot about herself, if you know what I mean. So yes, I really felt the secondary characters were worthless. You felt they were just there to sort of make up the numbers, like in any good Michael Bay Transformers movie. I think one problem I had with the movie is the way they extended the story. Now, for many purists, the idea of the Grinch story is it starts with him on the hill, talking about how he's going to stop Christmas from coming. I don't think many of us need to know an extensive backstory as to why he hates the season. You know, that he was bullied as a child. None of us care. Dr. Seuss himself summed it up the best by saying his heart was 3 sizes too small. No, it's 2 sizes too small. Oh, well. Whatever. That's all you need to know. It's the same thing with Batman. You don't need to know much about him. All you need to know is he's Batman. Unfortunately. I really did not like Cindy Lou Who. Really, really pointless, because the purpose of the story with the child originally is that Cindy Lou, yes, the point of her is just, the Grinch is going to take over now, the point of it was, you know, just, she's just there in the story, you know, she had no purpose, just a name in a storybook, but you know, Ron Howard had to flesh her out, give her some sort of purpose, and sort of sense of reason, that the child is the thing that saves Christmas. When in actuality, it's the Grinch's realization that Christmas is more than things that come from a store. You see what I'm saying? It's just, who cares? She goes on to be a drug addict anyway, bitch. And lastly, a problem I have is the pop culture jokes. Yes, pop culture jokes are funny. They're very clever now and then, but in a story like The Grinch, do you really need references to things like The Incredible Hulk and Die Hard and other things like that? I clearly think you don't. So, in a whole, is this a good Christmas movie? Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Yes, it definitely is. Well, I say it is, but I'm just a humble internet. What? Fuck off. fuck off, you. I got to do that again now. Shut down. Fuck off. Fuck off, you cunt. Alright. So, is this a good Christmassy movie? No. Yes, no, yes, no. It definitely is. Let's get to the voices now. Yeah, I know people say this is a bad movie because of X, Y, and Z, but I really enjoy this. I mean, if you can look past all of like the extended story and the silly angles it goes through, it's actually pretty good. Now, for purists, if you don't like this, go and watch the animated Grinch movie. Tells the story the best way it can. But if you don't mind a small bit of change and the occasional irritants, then yeah, go for it. I make it a point of watching this movie every year. Actually, I think Disney's Christmas Carol is the second movie I watch every year, next to things like Die Hard and whatnot. But yeah, you can find this movie on DVD, very cheap as chips. I can recommend things like Amazon and Play.com, very reliable websites. Play is more of a British website, just to give you a heads up there. You could probably find this on Netflix. I'm not entirely sure about that, but maybe you can, maybe you can't. But yeah, I highly recommend you check it out. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end. Sorry, I've been a bit unwell recently. This is why it's taken a bit long to put this video up, so I apologise for that, everybody. I'll just wrap this as quickly as I can to stop myself coughing. With that in mind, everybody, we come to the end of another Reaction Review UK. I have been Random, take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace. Is kilometers even a length?
Dude, you are trying to make sense out of a Dr. Zeus story.
No, Zeus.
I'm sorry.
Not Zeus. What? Dr. Zeus throwing lightning bolts at me. Yeah, take that, Shakespeare, you cunt.
Now imagine. Oh no, I got a picture of the mighty one of Zeus now.
The mighty one cast you out.